Nothing like a cool beverage on a hot day. Well, the Sprite may be gone, but this baby's got a wild ride ahead. The soda can goes into the recycling bin, along with all your newspapers and plastics, and out to the curb, right? And here's what happens. Our cities and towns have contracted with companies to drive through your neighborhoods and collect all your recyclables. Many crews pick them up once a week and take all the material to be recycled to a facility like this. First, it is weighed, then strategically dumped into particular areas so crews can keep track of which truck it came from. Then the sorting process begins.
It goes to what's called a material recovery facility, where the material goes through a system of conveyor belts and sorting, and everything is sorted into their individual commodities, like the aluminum cans, the plastic bottles, the newspaper.
What you're seeing here is the fiber content of everything that's picked up at a residential home. About 40% of what we recycle out of the average home is this. It's your junk mail, your newspaper, your magazines.
Dozens of hands scour the materials to keep the recyclables and throw out the trash. From one conveyor belt to the next, the paper is separated from the plastic, and the aluminum is pulled from the debris by high-powered magnets. My Sprite can travels down the belt and under the magnet, where it's pulled off the belt with all the other aluminum materials. After it's sorted, it's all compacted. Bales of paper products will be sold to factories in and out of state or overseas. Even my Sprite can will be sold and reused.
The Sprite can that we've been chasing, aluminum is the quickest turnaround of all the commodities. It's estimated that we'll get that aluminum can back in our hand in as quick as 40 days.
Aluminum is one of the most recyclable items in our community, and it can be made into a number of different things.
Some of the products made from recycled materials may impress you.
You know, a lot of the fleece clothing is made from recycled plastic bottles.
Playground equipment is made from recycled materials, parking stops, stepping stones. Yesterday's news is tomorrow's news again. That'll get turned back into the paper. A lot of this cardboard is sent to different cardboard manufacturers, so it's turned back into a cardboard. A lot of different little things like that.
In Salt Lake City, a lot of trash is recycled. This budget year, 78,000 tons of debris was collected. Of that, 50,000 tons is garbage and contaminated waste, and nearly 28% is recyclable. That number is projected to grow by 1 ton over the next year. And if more people choose to recycle, the life of our landfills will be extended. In 2007, the estimated life of the county landfill was 2052. By 2010, this had increased to 2068. Current estimates extend the landfill life to 2076. Taxpayers save money since there will be no immediate closure costs, and they avoid the expense of constructing a new landfill. And there are other ways our cities save when we recycle.
The city saves, number one, by not paying to throw that away, and then they save, number two, by diverting it out of the landfill. But then there's some value in today's recyclable material.
I think it's pretty well spent. If you consider that you get a weekly visit from 3 different trucks to collect your waste for, you know, a bargain price, I think it's a pretty great deal.
A city's going to pay maybe a $20 per ton to dump it as trash, or they could get paid for that material by not dumping it as trash and keeping it out. So it starts to make a big difference. Once our landfills are filled up, they're gone, they're full, and then we have to do something else, it's going to cost more money elsewhere. So that's why we want to keep it out now.
Recycling, another example of your government at work. For the Utah League of Cities and Towns, I'm Susan Wood.